Came a long way. Oh, so let it ring. They gon' hate. Smoke this day. Gun.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 5 of WAR.TEW 2016, WWE 2018. So many numbers, so little time. As we have the week 2 of SmackDown here in April. So without further ado, let's run the show. As we start off with the cliffhanger from last week after Shinsuke Nakamura ruined AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan's match. Styles was taken out by Nakamura, and Nakamura setting up for a Boomaye on Daniel Bryan, but the show went off to black. And now we start up with this week's SmackDown, starting from that moment, setting up for the Boomaye, Shinsuke, and he clobbers Daniel Bryan with it, just murders the poor man with it. And the crowd booing, just booing their little heads off, saying, no, just don't murder him. He just came back, don't do it. He just drilled him with a Boomaye knee right to the skull of Daniel Bryan. And it's like, that was cool. Yeah, wrestling always loved cliffhangers, just in shows and wrestling in general. WWE never really did them. WCW used to do them a lot of times. But figured let's try it here in modern day WWE. And a little SmackDown Live intro. Nothing to really see there. We start off with the show though. Probably should have kept Undertaker off screen. God damn it. As we have Randy Orton starting off the show with just a spotlight on him, sitting in a chair, and he looks like he hasn't slept in days. He's just seething. I mean, his eyes are looking like they're popping out of his head. He's running his hands through his head, hands through his hair, and he's just contemplating. He's going like, just fucking, he's, as he goes, Undertaker, get out here right now. And he's been obsessed with Undertaker. You can see it. He wants the Undertaker. He almost needs it at this point. And he's just like, I'm giving you 30 seconds to get out of here before I go back there and find you myself, you old son of a bitch. And so now he's getting higher in the anger. He's just, he was at like a 6 last week. Now he's at about a 10. He's feeling a little angry. He's feeling some type of way. And he's waiting. But finally he gets an answer, though. And Finn Balor. It was like, oh, what the shit? Finn Balor comes to the ring, microphone in hand, and Randy, I know I'm not who you wanted to. I know this isn't who you expected to see. But Randy, you have some unfinished business with someone from my club. As when he's saying this promo, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson jump the barricade. Luke Gallows has a steel pipe. Carl Anderson has a chair. They slide into the ring and attack Randy Orton from behind, lay him to waste. Gallows hits him with the pipe. Carl Anderson, he hits him with a chair in his back, but then he lays it on the ground. And when Finn, gets into the ring, goes, you see, you, Randy Orton, on Carl Anderson's hit list. Here on SmackDown, when the Superstar Shakeup happened, we were very happy and very excited to start a new chapter here in the WWE together on SmackDown Live. But with you in the way, we gotta make that. We have to change that. But seeing you on SmackDown Live, we knew we had to change something. And then Finn kind of drops the microphone down. Him and Gallows pick up Randy Orton and just kind of like, look what you're... and hold him up. Gallows spins him around for Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson hits a gun stun on Randy Orton onto the chair, lays him out. As then afterwards, after he gets taken out by the gun stun, Finn Balor kind of picks up his head and does the gun motion to Randy Orton's head, just kind of like, yeah, we just ended him. So Carl Anderson using the gun stun on Randy Orton seems natural. The story between Carl Anderson and Randy Orton, we'll have more developing in the next couple of weeks. More on that, but the Balor Club, on Raw, the Superstar Shakeup graphic was Gallows and Anderson, but now we find out that Finn Balor was also part of the Superstar Shakeup, going to SmackDown Live. As that was a good segment, though. The Orton Taker segment went over well, and this segment got a 62. It lost heat, but fuck it. As then we cut from commercial, cut back, a 6-women's tag team matchup. We have the babyface team of Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch, 3 of the 4 horsewomen. And then the iconic duos in Carmella. Of course, Carmella cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase against Charlotte, and is now the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. But we have a match that goes 6 minutes. Charlotte makes Carmella tap out with the figure 8 leg lock. What? Yeah, I'll make it here in a bit. As, Bayley got a 57. Becky Lynch with a 46 was really off her game, too. So really, the babyface team was a lot better than the heel team. Heels are just, they're not very good. 32, 30, 28, respectively. And then we have a Superstar Shakeup graphic as Becky Lynch going to Monday Night Raw. As, Charlotte Flair and Bayley are just like, oh no, we were wanting the 3 horsewomen, and they wanted them to be together still, but Becky Lynch going on to Monday Night Raw. I got a 66 C+, that ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. As we show footage from earlier in the day, the Usos and Naomi making their way into the arena. They got their bags rolling into the arena, but then they get jumped from behind by the Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, attacking the Usos from behind, laying to waste some, the Revival, they throw on the Usos into the kind of barricade area, into the wall where there's just, kind of like where security is. As security runs over to come break it up, thinking that Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder are not part of the roster, and they're just like these foreign invaders from Raw, but, it was revealed, they have their little, but they are informing security and showing in the paperwork as they're leaving that they're part of SmackDown Live. So just the Revival attacking the Usos, jump-starting their SmackDown Live careers even before the show even starts. Now, I want to have Naomi with the segment too, just to make it seem more legitimate, and just make it seem like it was an actual, a shoot beat down as much as I could. As we have the Revival, though, having a tag team match against the Ascension. Scott Dawson makes Connor tap out with a reverse figure 4 leg lock. And a couple of, 7 minutes. It's terrible wrestling, non-existent heat, but it did its purpose. Had the Revival have a match, showing off it, continuing the momentum since the footage was released of the beatdown they had against the Usos. But after the match, the Usos come back down, and Jay, we'll say Jay's the one who got thrown into the barricade stuff. He's taped up still, but they come out and attack the Revival. They brawl with them in the ring. They kind of brawl over the arena, towards the announcer's table, up towards the ramp. They're all over the place. So they just beat the brakes off each other. As then we have, again, I really need to make sure these guys are off screen. Regal in his office, saying, after seeing what happened last week with Shinsuke Nakamura ruining a great main event in AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, he is determined that tonight There'll be a tag team match between AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and a partner of his choosing, and real kind of rebuttals, like if someone's even gonna team with the scumbag son of a bitch, saying how he's sad the way that Shinsuke has now been acting since turning, last night at WrestleMania, and how when he was the general manager of NXT, Shinsuke was a model employee, a figurehead and a figurehead of the company NXT, and how now he's lost his way, he's turned his back on the WWE universe and his morals and his high ground. It's just, he's sad in the way Shinsuke's acting. So now we have a main event for tonight's show. I mean, who's going to team up with Shinsuke? That's going to be a hell of a match. Hell of a match. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and whoever Shinsuke picks. As then we have the another Superstar Shake-Up graphic as Roman Reigns coming to SmackDown Live. I'll be goddamn. The big dog. Going to SmackDown. Of course, Roman. The interesting turn of events that he's had over the past couple of weeks on Raw. With him no showing yesterday's Raw. Interesting to say the least. Maybe SmackDown Live he'll show up to actually come to work. As we have a Jinder Mahal U.S. title celebration with the Singh brothers. Gets a big grand entrance. Jinder Mahal. Big ceremony. It's just a big festive moment here for Jinder Mahal winning the U.S. title. Microphone in hand, he just kind of laughs because I know this isn't winning the U.S. title at WrestleMania 34. This was a bit of a tedious moment, because yes, I'm a champion of this wasteful land of the United States, but maybe this is what the United States needs. Maybe they need a champion who brings class, dignity, and respect to the U.S. Maybe someone who rule with an iron fist. Maybe someone who can take on any challengers from any walk of life. So make sure anybody in the back understands this. Anybody who wants a challenge, you can have it whenever you have the guts to come out here. But then he gets interrupted by Andrade Cien Almas. Yes. Andrade Cien Almas. And Jinder Mahal is shocked. They didn't think anybody would actually take him up on the offer. As there's a referee behind him, and goddamn it, we have a bell ring. The bell rings, and we have a U.S. title match right here on SmackDown. As Andrade Cien Almas gets the win, becoming the new United States champion. There is a bunch of shenanigans here. This is WWE 1998 booking is what this is. We have a interference and distraction from Selena Vega, interference and distractions from the Singh brothers. We have a ref bump. We have so much shit going on. But after the ref bump, we have a new ref comes in. Jinder, looks like he has Andrade Almas beat. Andrade rolls him over. It's a roll-up. Almas kicks out. Looks for a roll-up. Mahal kicks out. He hits that hammerlock DDT after the small package roll-up. And he gets it for the 1, 2, 3. The new United States champion off his debut. Andrade Cien Almas. I'll be goddamn. Yeah, I got a 46D, but fuck it. I'm all for it. Big win for Andrade Cien Almas. He joins Carlito. It's the only debut guy to win the U.S. title off his debut. And then we have a New Day promo. Really don't have a lot for this promo, to be honest with you, because this was just added for time, really, and just the big A, just the New Day doing all their shenanigans. Just the New Day, showing how the Bludgeon Brothers are gonna be booty, and how they're gonna beat the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions at Backlash, and they're gonna reclaim their throne as the best tag team in the WWE today. Yeah, look at the 61C. Not, it advanced the segment, so that's nice. It advanced the storyline. So that's good. We'll take that for what it's worth. As then we, backstage, we have AJ Styles walking towards Gorilla, getting ready for the main event, as he runs into Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. It's just like, brothers, what is going on? They too sweet, and they just kind of start catching up, and Finn Balor just goes, it's a nice title you got there. Be ashamed if something happened to it, just kind of jokingly, and they all just have a nice laugh, but that's just kind of like, maybe Finn Balor's gonna be the tag team partner for Shinsuke. This type of thing, just a little something there, just to kind of, hey, the club's back together type of thing. But they ended off with a too sweet, as AJ starts making his way towards Gorilla afterwards. But then we have a Superstar Shake-Up graphic from Alexa Bliss coming to SmackDown Live. Big things popping for SmackDown Live. Alexa Bliss making her way after losing to Nia Jax at WrestleMania. But just Alexa Bliss. Mickie James is still on Raw. Yes, then we have Renee Young catching Shinsuke Nakamura in the backstage area, and she goes, Shinsuke, do you have a minute? Have you found your partner for tonight's main event? And Shinsuke's mannerism does is pandering, mining, I guess, if you will. That like he's thinking, like he's like scratching like his chin. He's like scratching his head, just kind of like, And then, but he doesn't say anything like as far as words, and he just kind of shows his hand towards off camera, and then comes into the shot Hideo Itami. And Renee's like, oh, and like before she even gets the name out, Hideo Itami grabs the microphone and said, and I'm not gonna do like broken English because I feel like that's a bit racist for the promo, so I'm just gonna do my own little voice. Here's, by God, so let me just cut you off right there, son. No longer will I be oppressed by the white man. No longer will be called by my slave name that the white man gave to me. Oh no. No, I'll be called by from now on, I'll be called by my given name. The name that was given to me by my parents. Kenta! And Renee's just like, Jesus Christ. I just kind of shocked. And come back to Renee, and Hideo keeps going. He goes, and tonight, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, you're looking at the real dream team. You're going to find out why our style is kicks. Because we're going to kick your head clean off your shoulders. As I wanted to, the Hideo Itami name, I never really liked it. I've never been a fan of it. I loved Kenta so much. Just the name, the caps, and the fucking, just the one word name. And I've just been a fan of that name more than Hideo Itami. And I figured, why not change it? Why not make it a gimmick? They're oppressed by the white man, by that damn white devil. They're gonna be called, and he's gonna be called by Kenta now, his given name, type of thing. And it's a tag team match. Shinsuke Nakamura and Kenta taking on AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. What a goddamn main event that's gonna be. Yeah, 52D+. That's not what I was expecting, but hey. Shinsuke Nakamura and Kenta taking on AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Jesus Murphy. What a tag team match that is going to be for our main event. It's 68. Goddamn you, Kenta. Son of a bitch. But in a decent match, Kenta and Nakamura defeat Styles and Daniel Bryan in 26-19 when Shinsuke pinned AJ Styles after illegally using the ropes for leverage. I want to say that's not really what happened. He just low blowed him after like the 8th time, type of thing. And just a low blow into a Bumaye. We'll say he even uses the ropes for leverage after that just to make AJ look even more strong. But 82s from Bryan and Styles. Shinsuke with a 70, just poor old Kenta, the 48. But it was nice, sure, odd face heel combination and poor announcing, but we'll take it though. We'll take that for the main event. As Kenta was used too much. Still not enough storylines. Not enough interesting storylines going on. But god damn it. Well, eventually, we'll get a B+ rating on one of these goddamn shows. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you for episode 6 of WAR. Take care, everyone.